It's very crazy, Grant. It is crazy indeed. Now, like I said a bit earlier, America may hold the title for the biggest burger and the most expensive burger, but Expresso Show should hold the title for the most interesting burgers. I'm going to tell you more about that burger a bit later, but now we're going to be talking about the perfect burger accompaniment. And here to tell us more is my favorite chef, Chef Michael. Good morning, Chef Michael. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
That's good. So we're talking about the perfect burger accompaniment today.
Absolutely. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this potato,
yes,
and just dry it off, and then cut it into some thick wedges.
Yeah, we're making fries.
We're making French fries.
French fries, because that definitely is the perfect burger accompaniment.
Yeah,
some people
absolutely.
like salads or potato salad or coleslaw, but I think this is the classic thing to go with a burger, right?
I'll never forget it at cookery school in London. One of the students said to the teacher, Mrs. Proctor, why are they called French fries?
Yes.
And she said, dear, because it's the way the French cook their fries.
Okay, there we go. That's perfect.
And the way
in a nutshell.
And the way they do it is the double fry.
Okay.
So the first thing you do is you pop your chips into 140-degree oil. Now it's not that hot.
Yeah, I see
but
that.
They start cooking gently, and what you do is you simply cook them to blanch them, not to color them. So that's what they look like when they've been blanched.
Okay.
They're cooked through, but they're not yet brown.
All right.
So for that you need 180-degree oil, and we'll just pop them in there.
And that's where that's the
hotter,
second time they've been kind of fried.
They start, yeah.
Okay.
And you can also do this with potatoes. You want to make roast potatoes? Take your potatoes, cut them into quarters, and then boil them for a short while in water. Scrape the surface with a fork, and then do it in exactly the same way. And then what you land up with is the perfect French fry. So it's crispy on the outside and nice and soft on the inside.
Nice.
And then what you want to do almost immediately is just to season it with some salt.
And what's so different from just popping them in the hot
You get
oil?
you get a crisper texture on the outside and a nice soft fluffy inside.
And while still keeping them,
Perfect shape.
Perfect shape.
Yeah.
Well, there we have it. That is our perfect burger accompaniment, the French fry, double fried as Chef Michael has done it for us. And after the break, we're going to be making something that is quite interesting because, like I said here, we don't follow conventions. We create the trends. It is Chef Michael's own personal recipe for a hake and salmon Bobotie burger. That's right, I said it. We're going to do that right after the break. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be fantastic.
It's at the All Seasons Milk Factory where we found goodness produced on a daily basis. Pick and Pay, always there for you.
Welcome back to Expresso here on SABC3, your feel-good breakfast show. It is Burger Day on Expresso, and we certainly are making very interesting burgers. A little early on in the show, we made a cupcake burger, and now we are making a hake and salmon Bobotie burger, courtesy of our very own Chef Michael. This is your own personal recipe,
Yep,
right?
absolutely.
Now, I like this because it's a hake and salmon Bobotie burger. I always thought Bobotie was all about meat.
It is. It's a sort of like a pie.
Yeah.
But people do.
But you're changing it up today.
People do make fish bobotie as well.
Okay, I've never had that.
And when we were talking about doing burgers, I thought, well, a bobotie burger. But then I heard that Hilary Biller had already made one on the show.
Okay.
So I thought, well, why not fish?
Why not?
And so we're using sassy green fish.
Yeah.
Some salmon. And some hake. Hake is one of my favorite fishes.
I do love
really
hake as well.
I just love it. And then what we need to do now is just to whiz it up.
Okay. And just there we go. Well, if you've just joined us, we are making a hake and salmon Bobotie burger. This is Chef Michael's very own recipe, and he is changing it up a little, making it very interesting because we are making interesting burgers on Burger Day here on Expresso this morning.
Yep, so there we go.
There we go. Pop that in there.
So it's just nice and fine. And what you really want to do is to try and keep it as cold as possible. So if you have time just to put that into the fridge, that will help. Right, so now we'll add all the other ingredients. We've soaked some bread here. So I just want to mash the bread up a little bit.
All right.
And then I want to try and put as little of the soaking milk in as possible because obviously you want to keep the mixture as
What have
dry
you
as you
soaked it
can.
in?
It's just soaked in milk,
Okay.
a slice of bread, and if you've got some sourdough bread, then obviously it helps the texture and the flavor as well.
Alrighty then.
Right, so there we go. And then what we've got here is some onion which we've fried in oil with the curry powder. So that's where your nice curry flavor is coming from.
Lovely.
And then we're going to add some apricots, because one has apricots in Bobotie burgers, as you
Oh
know.
yes.
And then we've got
What gives it that lovely Bobotie
we've got
taste?
some chopped
Almonds?
almonds, and we've left the skins on, so there's a little bit of nice extra flavor. Some chopped parsley, a little bit of green, and then I'm going to put just a little sprinkling of turmeric bori
Lovely.
in there, again just for the
Give it
sake
that
of
nice
color.
color, yeah.
And
Some salt
Some
and
salt.
pepper to taste.
and some pepper, and then again, just for the real sort of South African
Yeah.
part.
Gotta have
Just-
chutney.
Absolutely. So we'll just put a tablespoon or two of chutney, and if
Yeah,
if you can get apricot chutney, so much the better.
I know.
There you go.
That's gonna give it some really good flavor.
Yep. And then we've got an egg.
Wow. Quite a lot of things that you need for this
Yeah,
recipe.
absolutely. So then we just
Just mix that
mix
up
it together.
over
Will
there.
you just put the pan on the flame there?
I will put the pan on the flame for you. If you would like the recipe or the ingredients list for what we're making this morning, which is our hake and salmon Bobotie burger, all you have to do is SMS the word Bobotie, that's B-O-B-O-T-I-E, to 33728, and we will gladly pass that along to you. It has a few steps involved. We'll show you exactly how to make that a little bit later, but it's smelling great already.
Good. So now all we need to do now is simply to make the patty.
There we go.
Quite simple and quite easy.
Looks quite
And then we just slip it into the pan and
nice.
get going.
There we go. So that's going to fry up nicely.
Absolutely. And then what we do is we make it nice and brown on both sides,
Yep.
so that it lands up looking like that. And then what we do is we've got some curry mayonnaise here,
Ooh, very nice.
which is just a nice sort of little extra flavor.
Yeah, this is going to be a nice, spicy little burger, isn't it?
Absolutely. And then there we've got our completed burger.
We can pop
And
some
then we can put
lettuce
some
on there as
lettuce
well.
on top, a bit of red and a bit of green, and a slice of tomato. And then what we'll do is just, for a little bit of taste, let's put some
Salt
salt and
and
pepper on
pepper.
top, and a nice generous spoonful of
Some more
the-
curry
the
mayonnaise.
curry mayonnaise on top.
Oh, yummy. That
And there
really
you
does
go.
look delicious. Oh,
And there's our delicious burger.
there we go. Done
And then all
and
you need to
dusted.
do is to put some fries with it.
Like
And
the
there
fries
it
we
is.
just made?
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Well, there we have. We've got the perfect burger accompaniment. That's the fries, and then that is our hake and salmon Bobotie burger. Delicious stuff. Well, if you missed any of the steps on how to make this, check this out.
Place both fish into a blender and pulse until smooth. In a bowl, pour the milk over the bread, then soak and mash. Saute onions, then add the curry powder. Mix all ingredients in a bowl, season, and form into burger patties. Fry the patties until golden.
Well, there you have it, a very delicious hake and salmon Bobotie burger, courtesy of Chef Michael. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being in the
Lovely
kitchen
being
with
with
me.
you again.
I do look forward to Mondays, though.
Yeah, me too.
They're a lot of fun. Well, if you missed any of the AFCON details, Graham has all of those details for you.
Goodness can be found in encouraging greatness at the Junior Runners Academy in Soweto. Pick and Pay, always there for you.